Creativity is an addiction. Unplugged because we will always say yes to creativity. Totally uncut because we all make mistakes. So let's turn it into a tool. This is Arroe Unplugged. I just took note of a female cardinal gripping onto a chain that makes our wind chimes create music. The chain is so thin and pointing from sky to ground. Yet the female cardinal had somehow chosen to find a place of rest while standing in an awkward position of sky to ground. What sort of things do we as a generation find ourselves trying to grip onto? And is it always in a proper upright position? Dad always told us to sit up straight and pull our shoulders back. In martial arts, Sabanim, he always spoke of envisioning ourselves with a meat hook in our back. We couldn't properly deliver a kick or a punch if our bodies weren't balanced. And yet this female cardinal seemed to be perfectly comfortable standing sky to ground. Even more shocking was the wind chime didn't lend us its beautiful music. Does that suggest the female cardinal is lighter than the wind? Not one sound was made while she was gripping that tiny metal chain, sky to the ground. Hey, it's Arroe. This is The Daily Mess, a chronological walk through an everyday world. I am a daily writer, and I invite you to do the same because people say, I'm missing so much in life, and yet it's all around you all the time. All living things. Taking the time to listen to your heart is one thing, but listening to the vibration of nature and your city is a different story, and it's waiting to be shared. This is The Daily Mess. What nobody sees is the writing desk that's right here on my knees. It's a laptop Surface that's been a writing part of my life since the 1990s, purchased at a mall store that's no longer in existence. A cherry wood flavor to it. The appearance is that of a hard cover with lots of spilled ink on it from too many times of trying to reach over there to the inkwell. And when I hit it, boom, the ink dumps all over me and the desk. My writing instruments impatiently wait to be used. But the writer in me, I've got my favorites. Some of them have been with me well over 25 years. And they're still filled with words that fall from the vibrant universe. This writing desk that sits on my lap is so full of many things. Maybe once every 3 to 4 years, I take a sneak peek inside the desk, just to kind of catch up on a memory. One of them being a U.S. savings bond that was gifted to me in 1993. Will it ever become that of value, or has it run out of time? The writing desk that sits on my lap. Its journey is a story that truly has seen it all. What do you have in your personal life that has been with you for several years? Now, you might be a 16-year-old listening to this. You might be a 75-year-old listening to this. We all have these things that help us grow in ways that reach outward. And sometimes people say, well, I'm such an introvert, I don't like reaching outward. Well, here's the thing. Even being an introvert, you're reaching out. Your energy is constantly bouncing around you and everybody else. Even if you stop into Taco Bell or McDonald's and you place an order, no matter what the expression is on your face, you're still reaching out. You're still growing in a direction that you think you've got under control, but in reality, everything around you is what's controlling you. I was with this author today. She's written a new book. It's called The 21. It's about these young activists, anywhere between the age of 8 and 18 years old. And they're taking on the U.S. government because the U.S. government basically doesn't care about climate change. So they decided to take it to court. You see what I mean? You can be an introvert all you want, but when things start to affect your world, if you don't bring that voice forward, then the journey becomes silent, right? I don't think so, because your body language is still pushing outward. And what you may not say in groups of people, you are sharing in tiny little gatherings. And that still is that place of expression. Try it out sometime. Allow your expressions to be heard. Not necessarily on social media, because sometimes people go to social media to escape a world, and if they see something that an activist might put up there, they write it off instantly. Maybe it's time to have some face-to-face time. Do it in a small gathering. Do it as an individual. Allow others to feel what you want to deliver. I'm Arroe, and that's the Daily Mess.